The real threat is a Russian black guy who got 200 views on YouTube, but they want to remove this channel and they want to demonetize you guys and anyone with a different point of view. They are the boogie monster themselves. They're trying to create new legal restrictions, 60 Minutes, on YouTube, and YouTube is something that they clearly don't even understand. I'd be surprised if they know how to work a mouse pad. Question of the day. Have you noticed the old media, especially TV, how they've been sort of throwing their hat into the ring, demanding more censorship from online platforms? Mm-hmm. And I mean very recently, in the last few months, not just talking about the Vox apocalypse. What have you noticed and why do you think that is? I want to address this. We're responding to a video here from CBS over the weekend. 60 Minutes, they ran an interview with YouTube, the CEO, Susan Wojcicki, and they were asking her why YouTube doesn't censor more. So the host is Leslie, is it Leslie Stahl? S-T-A-H-L?
Something like that.
It's one of those words I only read.
It
Honestly, I didn't know how to pronounce Wojcicki for the longest time until a conference. I was pronouncing her Wakakchik.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. This interview made Susan Wojcicki look like the reasonable one. All right. I'm not usually in the business of responding to 60 Minutes because it's 60 Minutes. You don't see a lot of Charlie Rose rebuttals either.
No.
But this one was because they included yours truly specifically for my odious viewpoints. Yes, on national news. Here's the context of the video we're rebutting.
YouTube is being forced to concentrate on cleansing the site. We visited the company's headquarters in San Bruno, California, to meet Susan Wojcicki, the 51-year-old CEO in charge of nurturing the site's creativity, taming the hate, and handling the chaos.
First off, don't you love how they frame this right off the bat? How it's YouTube has a problem with misinformation and hate, and it's very clear that her granddaughter just came to her with this thing YouTube. Like, what, it's a tube of views? What I say, is it me tube or is it YouTube? YouTube? Who you? You with the power of hoodoo, you do voodoo. Do what? YouTube. And here is the portion where they specifically, I want you to see the context. Go watch the whole clip where they address, and this is perfect. The Hodge twins are in studio.
Black people don't even vote anyway, so
it doesn't even matter.
They do it to VMAs. Is that the one, or is it People's Choice? I don't know.
I got a lot of respect.
But the Hodge twins had the best channel of all time. So, what are they supposed to do, by the way? What are they supposed to do? Is YouTube supposed to detect every? It's literally the #1 site in Russia. Is YouTube. Can Russians not post videos to YouTube now if they're critical of Hillary Clinton? I don't understand how this. Millions of Russians use the site.
And I don't know. I don't think that guy was a Russian. He seemed like he was African.
I have no idea how it works with the the Caucasus region.
I have more respect for Russia after seeing that video.
She is old racist.
That was like Coney.
Oh my gosh. Terrible.
2012. Don't never forget.
Racist bitch.
Why do you sound like the Jeff Dunham redneck puppet?
I suck at impressions.
All right, okay. Well, anyway, here's one thing too. So it took us a while, because I always talk about. It took us a while to find out who any of these people are. Specifically, the Russian guy. It took us a while to try and find him. They highlight him as a Russian plant. What we had to do was run a search, and I think my research, we did like a reverse image search. Anyway, we found some article from the Daily Beast. Turns out he had a few hundred views before being removed from YouTube. And that's not a typo, a few hundred views. So this is what's important to remember, right? They are trying to sell you this bill of goods at YouTube and Facebook. If unfettered, Facebook was $3,000 worth of advertisements from Russians, right? They're trying to say, oh, YouTube, it's a couple hundred views. We need to preserve the integrity of our elections and get rid of Russian trolls like this man with 89 views, because we need to make sure that it's safe and fair. By the way, can you get rid of the biggest conservative channel of all time? I think that would ensure some balance on the website. The real threat is a Russian black guy who got 200 views on YouTube, but they want to remove this channel and they want to demonetize you guys and anyone with a different point of view. They are the boogie monster themselves. They're trying to create new legal restrictions, 60 Minutes, on YouTube, and YouTube is something that they clearly don't even understand. I'd be surprised if they know how to work a mouse pad. 60 Minutes is complicit right now in wanting to silence other voices. Any voice that's not 60 Minutes, like we talked about with Vox. It's Vox NBC. Comcast, Universal, Disney, Vice, they're all these giant conglomerates, and they are coming into YouTube now, and they want people like you gone. They want people like us gone. That's why, if there was some balance there where they were saying, you know what, let's at least allow, I don't know, some right-leaning content. They don't want to do that. They hold out Fox News every now and then so they can hold them out as a token, right? But they don't, if they want to get rid of this channel for odious views, guess what? Nobody else has a shot. This is the channel that does change my mind, for crying out loud. Here's the thing. I mean, whether you agree with us or at least we do research. We present sources. We present some overlays for you. 60 Minutes does none of that. Yeah. We had to search high and low for a Russian troll. And by the way, it's really hard to find a Russian troll who looks like he's Zambian. It's not easy. There aren't a lot of them out there. There aren't a lot of cross-links. He isn't optimized for SEO. With 60 Minutes, it's all about eliminating competition. And I want to be really clear. We have never pushed for anyone to be removed from YouTube. Left, right, center. We were the ones who talked about Tulsi Gabbard, saying I would never vote for Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah. I would hate for her to be our president, but I certainly don't think that she should be treated. I think she needs a fair shake, certainly as fair of a shake as Kamala Harris, or Joe Biden. Yeah. We've always tried to be balanced. I think the more viewpoints, the more, obviously, not provided if you're directly threatening violence. That's a different thing. Right, don't come to me with the yelling fire in a crowded theater argument. But if you look at all this, if you look at the arguments being made from Vice, from Vox, from Disney, from Comcast, from Universal, from 60 Minutes, CBS, it is very clear that they want to eliminate one point of view and they want to eliminate competition. And by the way, it starts with the point of view as long as they can demonize it enough. They can demonize it so effectively that they can convince you these guys are racists and that Ben Shapiro is a Nazi. So if they can demonize the point of view, then they can eliminate all competition. And why is that? Because the right point of view, the conservative point of view, is flourishing and growing on YouTube right now, and the left consists of dinosaurs, as you well see, who are dying. Guess who I am? I'm Josh Hartnett. Bet you didn't think you'd see that face in a while. This is what we call an end card, which is where I tell you that you should subscribe if you like this video, or click one of these other videos that you may like. Hit the notification bell, of course, join Mug Club, because that's what allows us to continue doing these videos. And just so you know, YouTube actually has created a new policy where they might start outright banning channels that are no longer commercially viable, which means that this is merely a figment of your imagination.